the points we studied in last session. So I hope when you will create your websites, you will take care about these issues, and you will take better care that these problems will not be with your website. Correct? Shall we proceed further for today's session?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So today we are going to cover 2 points. One is a planning a website. When you are going to design a website, how should you plan? And then second, we will actually start the technology, HTML. So let's begin. So remember, these are the 5 steps we should follow while designing or planning to design any website. First, identify website goals and objectives. You must understand that what is the goal of this website, why this website need to be designed, and once you will publish this website, then what objectives are there, what contents, what is the intention of that website. Then let go one by one. Objectives like provide information and better services to customer, aware people about government rules, increase sale like Flipkart, Amazon, or sharing your experiences like we can write our blogs. So such are the examples of the objectives. So you must have to decide what are the objectives while designing the website. And goal means achievement from the development of the website. Some websites may be informative, only texts are there. User satisfaction in terms of timely and accurate information means those websites are just following the information. Some website types are business website. Sorry, this increase sale. This sale is SELL. Increase the sale of that company. Some website you can find for a product support like customer care support. From there you can put your query, and they can trace your query and try to resolve. So product support. And one type may be a educational like our college website, university websites. These are few listed. So I hope with this you can understand the goal of the website. These are few examples. Informative, is it a business website, it is a product support or educational. Accordingly your goal should be informative, user satisfaction. For business website, sale increase is your aim goal. For a product support type of website, better service to customer. Then only the customer will number of customers will increase. Then educational websites to improve the communication and improve the quality of education. These are the goals. So these are some examples. So first of all, you decide what are the goals of website and what are the objectives. Then second, which is more important, identify the target audience. Who are the user of your website, and as per the user your contents should be displayed. Like if suppose your websites are for children, then there should be more number of cartoons, graphics, colors, animations. Less number of text should be there, so that with the pictures only the children can understand, children can get the information and learn from your website. So here target audience is the children. Accordingly you should place the contents. If some techno savvy persons, you are designing the website for techno savvy persons, then definitely advanced features, advanced technologies you must have to bring. Otherwise that person will not stay on your website, because techno savvy is always searching for new techniques, technologies to learn. So if you will not bring the contents about new emerging technologies, again while designing the websites, if you are not using those technologies, advanced technologies, then that will not be the proper food for the techno savvy audience. Some audience you may find as a music interested as an example. If that is a music site, if that's a video audio site, then you can play the background music. But see, it will consume a large bandwidth. So you also have to take care that is it really necessary, and if yes, that audio sound file should be small in size, and once it will go to the client side, then there will be no problem of a traffic, then it will play well. For a common users, you can go for a simple web designs. If you are designing the website for collecting the feedback forms, then it should be very easy, clear questionnaires, clear option to accept the data. And again, for a feedback type of forms, avoid for expecting the answers in text. As much as possible, you can give as a range from 1 to 10, give true or false, or select one. So from that point of view, you can collect the data so that easy. Other than this, yes, you can think about, suppose you are going to build a website, e-commerce website. E-commerce means online purchase facility you have to give, like a Flipkart, Amazon, and many more websites. So now there your their target audience is a person who is going to purchase from your website. So accordingly you have to list out the products. You have to think about, if a person is purchasing one thing, definitely he may expect to go for another. Like suppose one person is taking bread from your website, so your website should suggest milk, biscuit, butter, like these things. So I hope you are getting target audience. You have to identify who is going to use the website. Yes, do you understand first 2 points? Goal, objective, and target audience. Okay, great. So let move next. Third step is identify what type of contents might be included on website, whether it should be a text, image, audio, video, media that you have to use. Until and unless it is not necessary, don't go for video, audio, because it will consume more space. Again, it will take time to download at the client side. The text and images, for images also try to use low resolution websites, low resolution images. But without images, your website will not have a good look and feel. Definitely the text, font, and different combinations, color combinations. Again, there also I will suggest that, see, if you will observe many websites, you will come across a conclusion that maximum background of a website, maximum website's background is a white. It is mostly preferred. Can anyone tell why this is preferred? White background. Will you guess? Background white is preferred. See, if a background is a white, then whatever contents you want to show to the audience, that will be highlighted easily. Okay, you don't have to take more efforts. So keep these things in mind, and definitely as per that business, their company's logo, some tagline slogans, and at the bottom like Copyright Act, contact us, terms and conditions. These things must be there on the website. Along with that, as per the need, you can arrange well. You should well arrange the text, images, and if necessary, media on the website like audio, video. This is the third. Fourth, how should you organize the contents? Content organization should be proper. Is it visible? Does the image is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So generally, what is the site map of any website? In general, every website will have one home page that is called as welcome page, or that is also called as a landing page. Home page. Whenever you will open the URL, very first page which you will look, that is a home page. And maximum you will find that page is index. If it is prepared in HTML, it is index.html. If it is prepared in .NET, it will be index.net. If it is index.aspx or .NET, For Java, it may be index.jsp. For PHP, it may be index.php. So generally, index is the home page, not compulsory, but it is followed. Then on a home page, you will find different menus of like about, product catalog, blog, and contact, like this. So see, whenever you are going to project anything, either it is an organization, it is a business company or anything, keep in mind that that website will require at least these things. That is a home page, second about, which will give the information about that company and the team. Then third is a product catalog, means what are the products that company is providing so that customers can buy them. One more option for product is, see, companies may be product based or services. Some companies may be giving the services. So instead of product, you can list out the service catalog. So this will be the third web page. Fourth web page is a blog where daily updates they can write. Blog also you can use, instead of blog you can say as a news and events. And the last important is a contact. See, this contact information, it will it will consist of address, mobile, landline number, email ID, and it will be better if you go for the go to include the Google Map about the location. So it is easy for users to reach out at your company. So this is the structure. 5 pages: home, about us, product, blog, and contact. Second product, third product, like this. So those all are linked under product catalog. Fine. On contact us, one more thing you can add is a you can give one form. You can give one form, feedback form you can say, or query form you can say, or the experience of user you want to accept. So there you can prepare one form. When user will submit that form, that data will go to the server. You can process that data on the server. So do you got the general structure of a website? Any website? Do you understand the general website structure? Great. 5 pages minimum, and then for every of the page, then sub pages, sub links will be there. But always welcome page, that is a home, then information about that author, information, team and company about, then product or services, then blog or news and events, and then contact. Fine. So let go next. So these are the 4 points. These are the 4 points. Let me go fast back. Identify, while planning of a website, identify website goals and objectives, identify target audience, identify what type of content might be included on website, and organize the web contents. One more important point I want to share with you, that see, in this third point, identify what type of contents might be included. Take care that whatever contents you are going to include there, that is a text, images, audio or video, before putting that on a website or before publishing, please check does those contents are under copyright. Means it's some, okay, correct. Ujjwal said correct. Copyright, because see, that may be the legal issue. If you are displaying someone else image as your image, your company image, then that company may take legal actions against you. This is not about only the image, every content, any resource you are going to display on your website, even that website's template also, you must have to check the Copyright Act. Copyright. If it is a copyright, if it is owned by someone else, then you should not copy and use that as it is. Either you can purchase that and use, or you can take proper permission from the original author, and then you should use those contents on your website. Is it clear? Is it clear to you all? Give me a reply. Yes, and I think it is enough background to start with the technology and really have an experience of a programming. Correct? So let's begin. Okay, sorry. This is one more important important top 10 for web designing, good web designing. I will go fast. Know your audience, keep web pages short, limit the amount of text, avoid large images, use web safe colors, especially check on the net after this lecture which are the web safe colors, which colors good, proper, professional and readable on the web. Clearly identify all links, check spellings. Yes, this generally happens. Spelling mistakes should not be there. Use a sitemap or directory page. Update and check all links. There should not be any broken link. There should not be any broken link on the website. Broken link means what? When you will click on that link, it is showing that 404 page not found, resource not found. This should not be there. Your all links must be properly working and include contact information compulsory on your website. So these are top 10 website design